DSP. Oh boy.
Okay, and we'll talk about it probably for a week. We'll figure out what we want. I'll
He
order
hasn't
it,
gotten
and then
any
we'll probably start
donations
the
yet.
second week of May. We'll just start doing builds, and I find them fun to just hang out with you guys while I'm doing something else, and to actually build something in the background that's tangible that we can see.
How's he famous and he doesn't? Yo. Okay.
So since like late summer last year, Kino Casino did this thing where they kind of trolled Phil. They took him under his wing and like convinced him that he was like so much better. Like they were basically being like, "Hey, we're gonna be positive about you. We're gonna be on your side and stuff." But they were just kind of like bullshitting it. But they were genuinely trying to like rehabilitate him and like give him good advice.
Wow.
But he didn't take it. And in the end, Phil ended up leaking all of his DMs with them, even though he asked them not to leak the DMs.
Oh.
And he looks pathetic in all the DMs, but he says he was just pretending to be their friend, even though he needs them way more than they ever needed him, because they have 36,000 subscribers.
Oh my goodness.
And they get like thousands of viewers every night. In the beginning, they even got him. They got him a win against this guy, RTU. They got him a win against that guy.
Nice.
And he was like in a position to like actually redeem himself and turn things around, have a good redemption arc. But yeah, no, he didn't take the opportunity. And he does a wrestling show. So this guy was the one who was like, "Phil, you should do a wrestling show, but not actually, just called a wrestling show, and it'll just be you and me, you know, like razzing each other or whatever, and that would get views and stuff." And Phil didn't want to do that. Phil wanted to do like an actual wrestling show where he commented on like WWE and stuff. And if they got to the goal, I think it's like $150. If he got $150, he would open a WWE trading card pack.
Wow.
So he spent like 2 hours begging. He was like, "Guys, come on. Don't you want me to open a pack tonight?" Like, come on, guys. Like, you got to support the show.
Oh my goodness. He only got $2 out of the 150.
After 30 straight minutes.
And then he did a bunch of like fake anonymous donations toward himself at the end. So he's like, all right, here's the pack. I'm gonna open the pack. But the thing is, if he just like took these guys' advice, he would be doing a lot better right now. And like they offered to fly him out to Florida for like a party and to like stream and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh no, if I was," his reason was, "If I was younger and single, I would go." And it wasn't that kind of party. It was just like them to meet up, stream at a hotel. Like that's all it was. They were just gonna like hit up a restaurant, maybe get some drinks.
They offered to fly him out. He said,
And then after he said that, they were like, "Well, we'll pay for your wife too." And he's like, "Nah."
"This man has too much pride."
And then the most recent thing is, in those DMs that he leaks, he told PPP, the fat guy, he told him, he calls himself fat, so it's all right.
Much love.
So he told PPP that his mother isn't doing so well, and he's gonna fly out. He's in Washington. His parents are in Connecticut, so he's gonna fly out to Connecticut to see her one last time, probably. And after he leaked the DMs, since he was saying that he was just pretending in those DMs, in order to keep up his lie, he felt the need to be like, "No, I'm actually not gonna go visit my parents, even though they're sick and dying." And then after that, he made up another excuse. He said, "Oh, well, there's nothing to do in Connecticut, so I'm not gonna go see my sick and dying parents."
What's good with mans? What's good with mans?
Because he told me in DMs that he had a plan this month to go visit his mother because his mother is sick. She's on her last legs. It'll be his last opportunity to visit her. Rather than just go to visit his mom and confirm that the DMs were real and he was telling the truth, he's decided to never visit his parents for the rest of his life
until they die,
so that he can have a pretend internet W over a fat guy. No one wants to think about this stuff. It's very, very sad. And if you did want to have a conversation about it, the last person to listen to would be DarksydePhil. He's the least appropriate person to handle this sensitive topic.
By the way, Phil has been.
Yeah, it's crazy. He's like, you don't know how much I make because I fake stuff. It's like, okay, so you make less than, yeah, exactly. So you make less than what you claim to make?
Because I told them outright, I said, I want you guys to understand something. I don't want to go back to Connecticut. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing really there.
Imagine telling your parents that. Not even to visit.
Okay,
Wait, doesn't matter what's there.
Buddy, what is there is your family. What's there is your mother and your father, and you only have so many years left with them.
True.
What are you talking about, Phil?
When you come to Seattle, there's all kinds of fun things. There's restaurants. There's all kinds of tourism. There's things to do.
Connecticut doesn't have restaurants? By the way, Connecticut's like an hour from Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? You don't live right in Seattle, Phil. You're like an hour out of Seattle. So stop it, Phil.
Not them airing out your whole
Point of visiting your parents isn't to go.
The thing is, he's accidentally doxed himself multiple times.
I know, right?
It's to
So he can't even blame
your
anyone
parents
else.
and hug them, you fucking monster. Also, his parents. There are 2 of them.
Yeah. So it's you know, well, Kat would have to go with him
true.
though.
Well, she needs 2 extra seats. That's true. So
exactly.
it's 3.
So
His
it
wife's
does,
fat.
it does add up.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Is it me? Maybe every year, every other year. You know what I'm saying? And then what ended up happening was
Probably upset secretly. You
my aunt got ill. And so my parents had to basically
By the way-
take care of her constantly.
Wait, by the way, who asked?
go visit then.
That's worth the donation right there.
Like nobody, look at this guy. Nobody wants to see a guy looking like that to escape from their life.
So his wife recently got a regular job,
Okay.
and he keeps saying she may or may not have cancer. So I don't know if he's just baiting as like a way to get like donations. Could be true, could not be true. I don't know. But like he said, because of this, he has to stream 6 days a week now instead of 5.
And at first, she actually got angry with me because she was like, "Don't get our hopes up over something that will never happen." Go ahead.
That doesn't sound very religious. The correct answer should have been praise be.
See what
For
I'm
only
saying?
5 subs
You
a
see-
day, you
you
could
see?
feed a fat wife.
All of his meals are Uber Eats.
What the heck?
Yeah.
So he's really on the stream that long? Like he doesn't cook food? He can't stop streaming? How often does he stream?
I think he does at least 6 hours a day, and most of those hours are just like him begging, or he used to do. See, the main thing he used to do was gaming, but he doesn't even do that much gaming anymore, because he got tired of people making fun of him because he was always like bad at every game, and then he would blame the game and the developers.
LTG. Okay.
So now he does his like live stream podcast and the wrestling show where he gives his brilliant commentary on WWE and opens card packs if he gets $150.
But wasn't he making more money playing the games and being bad at it?
I think he did, yeah.
That's what you have the mods for, bro. Like, I don't understand, bro. They say you suck. They donate $20 and say that you're trash, bro. It's a win, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
And they tried to tell him that. They were like, just play into it and, you know, just be that guy they think you are and take all the donations, even if they're trolls and stuff.
or they tell you the truth. If you're trash, you're trash. But
Yeah.
like, can't.
But he's just like LTG. He bans like anyone. And now he bans anyone who even mentions their name in his chat.
Oh, these two?
Yeah, Kino Casino.
Wow.
If you even type, well, first of all, I think it's like filtered in the chat, but if you mention any of them, you get banned.
Wow.
He's telling me, by the way, that now that these are all lies.
Is this more than you thought? That how insane he was?
DSP is far more powerful than I ever perceived. Like some sort of dark god from Warhammer. I can't even process the level of lies. It's almost masterful. It's so insane that even he is living the lie.
He says, by the way, I am so open to new stuff as long as it's not constant drama. Which it's like, Phil, like we're a drama show. Like, what do you think we're going to be doing? Or
then Phil tells you he wants to
or
jelly wrestle
making
with
me a
Andy.
villain. or making me a villain. It's like, Phil, you are a villain. You will always be a villain.
Yo.
There's nothing I can do to change your perception as a villain because you are just an evil piece of shit.
Makes him such a villain. He sees himself as a hero. He's
Yeah.
a powerless Homelander.
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
He's a powerless Homelander.
So he goes, but I love how he actually does here just admit that he was boring and slow-witted on the show.
Well,
Because
he was.
Yes.
He was.
You caught him after like a DoorDash binge with like a night full of gin and Hogan's.
There he goes. He goes, I'm reading back again.
He had a
Yes.
bad take, plus he was boring. For some
Yeah.
reason, he went after a
The food
homeless
bank
shelter.
take, he went after the food bank, goddamn, you know, like
It didn't
and
make
he-
sense.
Well, John Philip Stamos
Oh yeah, he also does
says,
a
now,
food
is
reaction
YouTube gonna
show.
contribute?
as
Because we
well.
just had all this this contributions. Our detractors are idiots for saying you beg if they
Oh, I
don't.
just remember. So he got a Switch 2 pre-order, and he thought it would be cool if he showed it off, but he showed off the invoice on stream, so that it has like the order number and everything. So somebody else called the Walmart and got it canceled.
Did he really?
Yeah. He thought he was bragging by showing it off.
Oh my goodness. Someone called and got
See the
it.
character you're putting on. Do you not understand that? Listen, okay. Here's the deal. Let's be real here. All right.
He actually
You know,
got
I
two
mean, just being
Switch 2
real.
pre-orders, and both of them got
Obviously,
canceled.
You know me. You've seen me in those last 8+ months. Actually, at this point, it's probably been so
They have
August,
a hit
September,
out
October,
for this,
November,
man.
December,
I don't
January,
know what-
February. 7 months. Now we're going on month 8. So anyway, to everyone watching
Begging,
tonight,
you take the stream down and you cut out a lot of the begging.
I
and
hope
then
you
put
enjoy.
it back.
I really do hope you enjoy.
Come on. Wow, what a grip.
I'm not biting any of your.
Unlike this fuck, he has titties. He literally has titties. He has a receding hairline. He has titties. His breath is probably rank, bro. I bet his breath smells like fucking battery acid and possum spit.
You to try to do new kinds of content, different things, fun stuff to make it interesting.
Oh, man.
They get it. And they're like, okay, I see the effort. Phil has changed. We want him to stay on that path, so let's support that, right? Does anyone think I'm destitute? Do any of you out there feel that I'm like broke? As I'm sitting here in a relatively brand new sweater, you know, in a setup that's pretty much completely new. Everything you see here is brand new in the last 6 to 8 months. You know, my quality is great. You know what I'm saying? Like, with all this stuff, do you see anything here that says, wow, Phil is living in a cardboard box and he's going to go broke if you don't contribute? All right, guys, seriously, let's just do it right now, please. Let's hit the goal. You guys are teasing me here. My wife downstairs wants me to order the food. And I said, well, I can't because we didn't hit the goal yet. She's like, yeah, but I'm hungry. I said, well, we can't. So I didn't hit the goal yet. The difference is now people support me because they like what I'm doing and they want to see me continue to succeed and improve.
Oh, man. We'll be back in a bit.
I can't.
I gotta see that again.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
And
Alright,
he's
I'm
going
back,
to go
people. I had to
broke
take a lap.
if you don't contribute. All right, guys, seriously,
I would caught
let's
both
just
of
do
us
it right
off
now,
guard.
please. Let's hit the goal. You guys are teasing me here. My wife downstairs wants me to order the food. And I said, well, I can't because we didn't hit the goal yet. She's like, yeah, but I'm hungry and I want to eat. I said, well, we can't. So I didn't hit the goal yet. The difference is now people support me because they like what I'm doing
smiling.
and they want to see me continue to succeed and improve because I've proven that I can do that. As opposed to previously, I was on here telling you a sob story. Oh my
Makes it
God,
a joke.
I'm in bankruptcy. I can't pay my mortgage.
How can you joke about that, bro?
He laughed about it too. He's like, come on, you guys. Come on, why are you so...
Stop trolling me.
Well, I said she's hungry. Come on, guys.
He's trying to employ the female tactic without being a female, bro. You can't do
Yeah,
that.
right.
You can't. I mean, it's one thing everything that he said was real. Like, if everything that he said was real in terms of his wife and everything,
Yeah.
and he was a good person, then okay. But, like,
Yeah.
At this point, you're just e-begging like the e-girls, and we all know how we feel about them.
Yeah.
And if he were to behave or just even like 10% of that, he would get taken off the internet. So
yeah,
he's got to do better. He's like, guys, come on.
Like, I told my wife said why? I said because we didn't hit the goal yet.
What? He's like, but I'm hungry. I know, but we didn't get the goal.
We didn't hit the goal yet, man. You guys think I'm broke?
I can't. Like, he has enough money for the stream and everything, but
yeah, you can buy all that stuff, the LED panels on the wall.
I mean, he did say
Shure microphone.
He did say it took like 6 to 8 months for everything. So
yeah,
but
and most of that money he got was when he was working with Kino Casino.
Oh my goodness!
But he alienated them, so. They offer, like, aside from that Florida trip, they offered him like so many things, like, hey, we'll set you up, we'll do a stream with this guy, we'll set you up with Keemstar, stuff like that. Yeah, and Keem was ready to go too, and he was like, no, I don't want to do that.
This pizza board, bro. What is the pizza? We can't order it. We didn't reach our goal. Like, I could never joke about that. I could never joke about that.
I can't. We didn't hit the goal yet.
Guys, stop trolling me. Come on.
I'm hungry though.